Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Nikita Antoine, and today we'll be doing a message for the sign of Aries. As always, Aries, all of the readings are timeless. So when the message finds you and resonates, then it is yours at the time in which you find it. Aries, I've done your spread today with my crazy deck, triple deck. The Luna Tarot, Ethereal Visions Tarot, and the Dreamscape Oracle, all by Matt Hughes. So you'll be seeing all three. Actually, well, in your first bit of the reading, it's only the Ethereal Visions Tarot. And kind of like what that's signifying for me is that this is, well, since this combined deck has like an old edition and a new edition, since the old edition is showing, it's signifying that this energy is like an older energy. It's an energy perhaps from your past. And that, okay, I want to clarify that that could mean in this lifetime, but it could also mean like in another lifetime. It's like the older edition. So I pulled your kind of some weird things happened to me. Well, I usually never read at night. I usually always read in the daytime, so that's definitely different. Um, but I did your spread, and I'm looking and I'm reading, and I literally just like fell asleep. um, and like when I woke up, it was weird because it was like I was looking at the cards and like nothing. I mean, like it was there. It's a very beautiful message. All the cards are really lovely and like, I mean, super blissful. But then there was nothing like extra that was coming out of it. Like, um, the information that I was receiving wasn't, I don't know, it just didn't have the juice. You know what I mean? So I like fell asleep, and then all of a sudden when I woke up, I was like, oh, okay, now I get it. So it's kind of like, um, it's making me think of like actually having a dream, like a dream that is it's like an old dream. It's a dream that you seem to find yourself in occasionally. I don't know. We'll just see how this goes. Okay, so at the bottom of the deck we have the Ace of Pentacles. And this is okay, this is kind of showing as like some type of exchange. Exchange in the physical realm. Some type of exchange that's happening in the physical realm. Hang on. All right. And then on the split, we have the Emperor. Page of Cups under that. Okay. So this looks like everything feels so dreamy. Like I feel like I'm in a haze. All right, so oh my gosh, look at this. See this rainbows? I love that. Okay. So we're talking about some type of exchange that is happening with a masculine energy. I am loving how we have this like one of these ram's head, it's like it's lit up. One is this is okay, this is making sense for your reading. So one of the like I don't know what these are. These are like ram's heads. You know, the Aries energy. Okay. One side is lit and one side is lit and one is in the shadows or in the dark or not illuminated. Okay. So an exchange is happening in the physical realm in which one side one side of the equation is has some sort of illumination about how this is going to go, or however this exchange is going to present itself. Something like that. Okay. All right, let's get an overall energy for, and now I'm wanting to say that whatever that may be, that illumination that's happening, it could be you actually receiving it in your dreams, and it's gonna base. I almost want to. It's almost like you're having past life dreams about how an exchange or some type of something like that is going to be presented in the natural world, in in this space and time that you are in. Okay. All right. Let's get an overall. That's interesting. Okay, no, this makes it. This is making sense. Okay, hang on. Okay. So for the overall energy, we have the Five of Swords. And at first I was like, wait a second, this doesn't make any sense. This is like a split energy. This is not correct. But what I am seeing here is that in the Five of Swords, I often talk about the Five of Swords as being like he is sitting in the present and his mind is focused on the past and on the future. You see, it is a splitting of the energy, but it's a split of the focus being past, present. It's like a past, present, future thing. So, okay, what's being presented here? Everything is super clear now. What's being presented here is that it's like, Aries, are you receiving some type of communication, perhaps maybe in your dreams, in which it's like you're seeing an exchange that is going to be happening in your future, but the way that it's coming through in your dreams is almost like it's like a past life. It's like the past life happening, that same exchange happening, but in a past life. Does that make sense? I'm hoping that makes sense. And it has something to do with this emperor. The emperor, one of you, okay, it seems like one of you, it seems like the masculine energy, the Aries energy. Aries, you are illuminated to this. So you're the one that's receiving this. Okay, so we're starting your reading off today with the Six of Cups, and it's so beautiful. And this is that exchange. This is the exchange. There's a connection between you and another. That, well, it's very, you two are very identical to each other. You're very similar, and you share a bond that, well, I mean, it's the Six of Pentacles, so it kind of talks about past lives, right? You share a bond that spans many lifetimes. And then with the Four of Wands that's coming alongside it, it's talking about like this house, the house that you two reside in. Almost, okay, so it's referring to kind of like you guys are of the same, like, house. Okay, what, how's it, how, I'm trying to translate house, because I'm thinking of like designer houses. You know what I mean? Like I don't know, house of whatever, house of, you know what I'm saying? Like house of the different names of the houses. It's like, I'm also thinking of ballroom, actually. If you know, you know. Okay. All right. So it's like you're of the same house. Um, okay. So that's what this connection is talking about. Um, and what I find really fascinating here is that, okay, so it's kind of like it's presenting as you two have like grown up together. You've grown up together because you're of the same house, and then you see the two, and then with the 10 of Pentacles, is presenting as you two like grown together. There's a lot of like references and movie references too. There's another reference is like it's kind of giving me, if you like really old movies, it's kind of giving me like a Blue Lagoon. I think it's a Blue Lagoon, where the two kids were like shipwrecked on this island, and they grew up together. They created a house together. They sustain themselves, and they actually did actually end up having like a child too. So it's kind of giving me that energy of, okay, so this is what you're seeing in the dream. So what you're seeing in the dream is like your past life connection with whoever this exchange is happening with. It's like you're being illuminated to it. Okay, so the cards are kind of everywhere. All right, so you're presenting as the hangman here. And it's kind of, it's, he's received illumination. He's received the illumination of what this 10 of Cups, what this connection is between you and another. However, this other, I want to say they're the feminine. The feminine has not yet received like this knowing, this understanding, the same understanding that you have of what this exchange is going to, well, it's starting off as an ace, but an ace goes all the way up to the 10. So it's like how the initial contact and how it's going to play out. Like, it's like how everything is going to play out in your connection because you've seen it before, but through a past life. But they're not illuminated to this because, so, I'm seeing you as the hangman here. And then I'm seeing the feminine, as this one up at the top of the 4 of Wands. And she's kind of got like, you see how oh my God, she's asleep. She's asleep. Okay, okay, okay. I'm excited. All right. So, this is what happened to me. This is what happened to me when I was doing your reading. I fell asleep. So, that kind of leads me to believe that they will eventually, I guess, wake up to this connection that you have. They're gonna wake up to this connection, because it's kind of like with me in the cards. Like, I'm looking at it and I'm like, yeah, it's beautiful. It's 6 of Cups, 4 of Wands, you know what I mean? 10 of Cups. It's really gorgeous, like happy life energy. But then, okay, yeah, it's beautiful, but then what? But then what? You know what I mean? That's the, like, that's, there was nothing really much else that was like coming out. Like I was trying to get more information, and then I ended up falling asleep, right? So it's almost like that maybe is what's going to be happening for this other. It's like they're just asleep right now. They're asleep. They haven't been illuminated to the connection that you two share with each other. This, well, it's wanting to come through as like a past life connection that you have with them. I mean, with the energy and the imagery that's being presented here, it could be talking about how like they're your like counterpart, like someone that you're going that you've someone that you're going to grow with is what this is talking about. Someone that you're going to grow with, perhaps maybe have children with, you know, with especially with that Ace of Pentacles and this baby here. I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be a child. It could also, what's coming in here now is like it could also be um well, with the Emperor being here, it could be like a business that you're starting together. You know, basically what it's talking about is just something that you're going to start together in its infancy. So are they're going to wake up to this connection because okay, so what I'm seeing here in this 6 of Cups. So in the 6 of Cups, you see how they're putting the flowers inside of these cups here. So this one I want to say is you here, the one who already has the flower in their hand. And that's talking about you having already received the, well, what's coming through is like the blueprint. It's because it's bringing up flower of life, and now we're talking about like the blueprint. So you already having received the blueprint for this connection, meaning that you know how the exchange is going to start, and you also kind of have like you have a trajectory. You like there's an element to it. You know how things are going to unfold. Okay? So they, on the other hand, they're just now, do you see how they're just now picking up this flower out of the cup? They're just now picking up the flower out of the cup. So they're in this, well, they're kind of in this hangman position because they're still holding on to this like thread. You see? It's like in the process of them pulling it's like they're pulling the blueprint towards them. They're wanting to, yeah, because I was asking, okay, yeah, it's beautiful, but what? Like, what? You know what I mean? So they're, it's like they're pulling those answers towards them in this hangman position. Hang on. There's something else that it's like there's something that I'm forgetting. It's like they're pulling on remembrance. That's what it is because you have a past life connection with each other. So they're that's what it's like I'm forgetting something. It's they are pulling on the remembrance of your connection and the exchange and how everything is going. It's like the exact same energy that you're receiving in this blueprint is what they're getting too. So you're both getting the same message. You're both getting the same message. Okay. It's a fly. All right. So, and it's like when they pull it out, as they pull it out, it's almost like they're pulling themselves up. You see how he's pulling? He's pulling himself up higher into the illumination of all of this unfolding. And it's definitely illuminating them because it's really subtle. So this house back here has no lights on. And that's kind of like what this is talking about for them. It's like they are not illuminated to their house, whatever that means for you. It could also be talking about like kind of like them appearing like a shell, or the lights aren't on type of thing. So, but then in this house here, in this one, all of the lights are on. They're so it's almost like they're being illuminated to the entire connection. And then also, not only that, but they're also kind of getting a tour. It's like now you see there is a figure here in the doorway on the threshold, there to give you a tour. So what's happening now is that they're getting like a tour of the house that you share together, and going through all of the rooms. And rooms can be significant of like, yes, we've had multiple, you and this other have had multiple lives together, and each life is kind of like representing a room. So, going through all of the rooms and being able to witness that entire lives unfolding. And that is what is illuminating them to this connection that they share with you. And what I'm loving this, is that when you look at like them becoming illuminated, you see this. There's a shape here. This like wavy line, but what it's talking about, and it's kind of continued a little bit in here too. We can see the shape. You see what I'm saying? Like what it's talking about is like they can see the weaving, like the weaving together of you two. Yeah, they can see the weaving together of you two. And I am noticing here that when I look at this, I mean, Aries, you might actually be receiving message about how you are. It's almost like your future partner, and how you two are like going to be having children together. Because what I'm seeing this, right? This as in the Ten of Cups, and this one, but then we have this like baby here, which is talking about the house. So it's like, and then the weaving together of the two of you is signifying like the weaving together of both of your your house talks about genetics. So the weaving together of your genetics. That's what this is presenting as. And it's like you've been illuminated. So it's really interesting because it's kind of like the past is informing your future. Something along those lines. And okay, so we're ending off here with the Knight of Cups. Full illumination. The flower, the blueprint has been received, right? Because it's not in the cup anymore. The blueprint has been, well, what I want to say is like consumed, actually. It's been consumed. Like, so it's been absorbed. It's been absorbed within you. That's fascinating because DNA also contains the blueprint, right? It's our blueprint for like how we appear in this realm. It's like the coding, if you will, like our genetics. And that's what this is talking about here. It's like the weaving together of two blueprints. All right. So now we have you here, Aries. Or actually, well, it's serving as two purposes. It's serving as like you and this other, like this very similar, very like it's kind of like a twinning vibe. Um and you both are in this Knight of Cups energy. So you're both illuminated to the unfolding, the exchange between you two. And well, what's next? Because that was what the feminine was asking. The feminine was asking, okay, yeah, this is beautiful. It's the Knight of Cups. But what next? All right. So Aries, if you found that this reading resonated for you and you would like to join me in the extended, you will see the link for that in the description box. Otherwise, I'll see you next time. Bye.